something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That boo was something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up.
You know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, a.k.a. Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on ThisIs50.com. We live from One World Studios. Shout out my man, Boy Wonder. You know how we do. Got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
What's happening, man? Marc Handsome. Word up.
Marc Handsome. Exactly. Where you from?
South Central.
South Central LA.
Yeah.
Wow. Were you around when they shot Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, definitely.
He was like down the street from it or something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
He was like one of the little kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Boys in the Hood was iconic for us.
Nah, it's definitely still iconic. That's some iconic
and
shit.
it stirred up a lot of shit too.
Right.
You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
now that it did. Musically, what type of style do you have? Or do if everybody can be compared to somebody, whether they like it or not, because everybody was influenced by somebody. Because we didn't invent this culture unless you Kool Herc or Grandmaster Flash or Bambaataa. Who, like, I guess sound-wise, where you at with it? Like, who could you be compared?
I wouldn't say the person, but I would say the type of music.
Type of music.
I call mine like the new classics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that shit that Biggie always did. That shit that Pac always did. You gonna always fuck with Dear Mama. You gonna always fuck with Going Back to Cali.
Definitely.
You know,
definitely gonna do that.
I'm talking about shit that no matter what, it's gonna apply.
Right.
I don't do the trendy shit, man. I just, you know what I mean?
Right.
I like shit that got a point to it. You know what people going, some substance. Like, you know what the vibe is, what people experiencing. You know what I'm saying?
Here. Get it. Yeah. I'm here with you. Yeah. I'm right here with you. So
I just call it like a new classic.
Classic.
They was making. I call it records.
Records.
Because I feel like niggas nowadays make songs. I go in there and say I want to make a record.
I do you one even better. Niggas make moment music right now. This is for the moment, and then that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that being said, let me ask you a simple question. Can you rap?
Yeah, I can rap.
You can rap. Now, I'm not talking about gifts. I'm not talking about Christmas gifts. You can rap, right? All right. So I'm glad you said that, because listen, on this segment, right, I have a segment on this show. It's called On the Spot. You know what that means?
Nah.
I mean, you on the spot. We just need to hear a little something. We need to hear whatever it is you want to give them, man. Like a little light 16 or whatever. Now, it could be a go-to rhyme you always say, I don't give a fuck. It could be a song. You could come off the top. Just need to let people know why they need to fuck with Marc Handsome, man. You know what I mean? Get the audience a taste, man. The whole LA watching you too.
I'm not quite where I want to be, but I guess where I appear to be is more than they want to see. I'm just doing me a day at a time. It's out of line for me to worry about other than mine. Look, my mind been roaming. I've been in the zone like number 24 on his retirement night. A natural legend. I ain't come in overnight, so don't compare me to the hype or these niggas you like. We ain't nothing alike. Nigga, I'm flight. I'm that feeling you get when you're scared of the height. It's for them niggas that be running their mouth. Oh, so much might as well have my dick in their mouth. Oh, it's that wavy flow. That wavy flow. 360, nigga, under the do-rag. This that Jackson flow. That red leather Jackson flow. With the zippers on, I'm so bad. Look, I don't know where I'm headed to, nigga. I just know where I'm headed is ahead of you niggas. I just know what I'm on ain't for regular niggas. I'm just answering my calling like a cellular nigga. Oh.
Ooh, stop there. You good. You good. You good with me. 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 Because let me tell you something. I'm not impressed easily. You know who my favorite rapper is? You ever heard of Big L?
Yeah.
So that's see, so you know where I'm at with it, right? Yeah. I like to jump all over the place, but real quick, you don't remember this because we just actually first time meeting. I was at your video shoot in Harlem on 125th Street when you was walking down the street in front of the Apollo. The Jim Jones video. Okay. I was out there shooting a video with I do the old school car.
Is it? Yeah. By the van. It was another Sprint over there.
Yeah, and it was a Saab there with the Gucci seats, and we was shooting a video. That was me, and I see you come down the street. But we'll see. That was shooting.
That was an experience.
Right, and I'm like, who the hell is this walking down the street shooting a video while we shooting a video? And I seen you walking down. He's like, oh, this is Kid Marc Handsome. You got the video with Jim Jones or whatever. Right. Now you from LA, Jim, obviously from New York. How did y'all hook up? How did that song come about?
My homegirl Raquel Harper.
Okay.
Was from TMZ. Cause I had met Jim back in like 2010.
Okay.
When he was coming down to the city, I met him at in downtown LA.
Okay.
And we had did some business years ago that didn't really get to take flight the way it was supposed to. Cause at the time we completed a record. I lost a loved one in my family.
Okay.
So
All right.
I had to let that, go. And proper timing, proper alignment and shit like that. I did this record, and I wanted to holler back at him, bust a U, and I hit Raquel Harper. I didn't have a current number on him, so she happened to hit him, hollered at Pone, and Pone let me know they was already on the way to Cali the next morning.
Right.
So shit, when they banged down to Cali the next morning, they called me and we met in Beverly Hills, and it was just like 1, 2, 3. We handled the business, and it was history from there.
Right. Now you're definitely a true LA dude, because Chuck Taylors are synonymous with LA, just like Timberlands or with New York, and you rocking the Chucks. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I kind of like my artists to look where they from. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I love that. You know what I mean?
I feel it. That's me all day. But I ain't gonna front. When I came out here during the video, one of my wardrobe switch was a fresh pair. Y'all call them Butters. You know what I'm saying? We still call them the regular name though, Timberlands and shit. But I've been getting my East Coast lingo on.
Right. Now you come out here, you look the part. It makes sense. You know
I'm gonna stay LA with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got some shit too. You know.
I just love when people have their own cultures, like, because if every place was the same, there would be no reason to leave home. You know what I mean? So when I go to LA, man, I want to see certain shit that's LA's known for. I don't want to see the same shit I can see here. Why am I coming out here for? It's the same shit.
Oh, you definitely come to New York and see New York shit. Right. For real. You don't see you know the thing about LA though, you can see LA shit, but LA got a lot of mixed shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you come to New York, it's just all New York shit. Right. That you don't see nothing else but it. Right.
All right. So other than the record, what's the name of the record? Let people know too. I want to make sure we clear.
The record is called "If I Like It," featuring Jim Jones.
Okay.
Official video out right now, directed by Will C.
Will C. That's my guy.
It's a motherfucking movie. Go check it out.
Right. Now, other than that, is there a project associated with this song?
Yeah, it's an album being built right now.
Okay. What is it called?
Man, I ain't named it yet.
You didn't name it yet? That's the name of it. I ain't named it yet.
I ain't named it yet, but but the lane of it is I got my own lane. I like to say right now.
Glad you touched on that. Explain that. What is like your own lane? You got your own sound. You got your own lingo. You got what does that mean?
Like I worked hard to be able to get just what I exactly do accepted. Right. Every coast got a something that defines that coast. West Coast we known for gangster shit, right?
And hi-hats and Roger Troutman and Zapp and Parliament
and shit like that, right? And so a lot of us come from that area, come from that element, and that's what we that's the story we tell in the music. You know what I'm saying? But for me, being around real shit, I didn't like to talk about that because it's trauma for me, right? Okay. So my music was always about where I was headed and what I was about to do.
What you was about to do.
You know what I'm saying? So If I Like It was like it was one of them motivational records, like, giving people inspiration, manifest your shit, because that's what I'm doing. So
all right. So you're from LA, obviously. Growing up in LA, man, what were you listening to musically? Like like before you started getting into music, what were some of your experiences with what you were hearing, and what inspired you to get into music?
What inspired me to get into music? Before the rivalry happened, when each coast had they brotherhood, what you would say when the West, and all the politics wasn't beefing, I had went to a show that DJ Quick was performing at, the Alcoholics, Sugar Free, Mossberg before he got killed.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mossberg.
Yeah, and when I went to the show,
damn, you know your shit.
Yeah.
You're definitely from LA.
Yeah. So when I went to the show, like they'd get off the show after performing, it wasn't no beef. It was like, nigga, I'm finna watch yours too. You know what I'm saying? The whole brotherhood was dope, because when you came from an area like that, that's what we fed off of, like the OGs, big homies. And it was when big homies and little homies was still, rocking with each other. It wasn't that division we got now. You know what I'm saying? Between the YGs and the OGs. So that was inspiring. Just wanted to be around a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, like that, because I didn't grow up with brothers like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah.
Dope. It's a funny story, a quick story about DJ Quick. So I don't know if you're familiar with this kid, Tony A. Tony A. High C, they had a record out back in the days called "I'm Not Your Puppet."
Yeah. Yeah.
So he took me to Quick. That's like my boy. He actually used to do mixtapes with Dr. Dre at a spot in Redondo Beach called the Rhodium. I don't know if you know about the Rhodium swap meet.
Yeah. The Rhodium is
it's in Torrance.
That's more Gardena.
It's on
Van Ness and Redondo Beach.
Right. Okay. Well, you from out there. I'm not. I just been there.
Yeah.
But anyway, they used to do these mixtapes called the Rhodium Swap Meet mixtapes, and this was before NWA came out. This is my first experience hearing Dre, hearing Eazy-E before they was NWA. Right. And he took me to Quick House or whatever. Quick used to live in Inglewood. I don't know if I don't know where he lives now, but he used to live in Inglewood, and he took me over there. And me being from New York, I have family in Compton and Gardena, Van Nuys, Redondo Beach, Huntington Beach.
Yeah, you said shit, they all over.
Yeah, I mean, I got family everywhere. Right. But I was always like, being from New York, I would always go there too, because I used to be in Florida, then I go to L.A. But when I was a kid, so I would have all these tapes or whatever. So I would be listening to Ice-T, Quick, Compton's Most Wanted, Above the Law, obviously Dre. So I have a rich history of L.A. music, like, you know what I mean, like even the early '80s. K-Day, you heard it, you know about
K-Day.
K-Day with Greg Mack and all that. I still got these tapes, you know what I mean? Like I still have all this shit or whatever. Yeah. So that influenced me, even like the way I make music now. I infuse everything. I try to make a sound where everybody. And I say all that to say this. And by today's standard, just from where I sit, a lot of artists, you don't know where nobody's from no more. You know what I mean? Like you hear the sound, and I'll give you a perfect example. I love Rowdy Rich. Rowdy Rich is dope. Right. I didn't know he was from Compton. I thought he was from Atlanta.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't necessarily sound like where they're actually from. How do you feel about that?
I just think people taking it to a maximized level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's the West, but can you evolve it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just think people, you know, stepping in the bag. I mean, it's like getting a pair of Air Forces and then niggas start putting the Gucci material on and shit. Like, this is the same thing, but you know what I mean, you putting your on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think nothing wrong with it, man. Like, I don't feel I'm sound just straight West, but you hear it though.
But you hear it.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just say, my thing is, man, I like people to be who they authentically are. Right.
Well, see, that's the problem. A lot of people are not being who they really are. They're just being what's popular. But they jump in waves like, oh, this was what's popping. This ain't my life. This ain't even where I'm from. This ain't even my lingo. We don't even talk like that here. But let me do this record because that's what people are. I mean, that's the popular thing to do.
Well, where I come from, my music wasn't the popular thing on the coast. You know, all our shit is you know, we associated with gangster music, right?
Gangster music, right.
So imagine me coming with some wavy shit,
right?
Some female records, some player shit,
right?
It was actually, that was hard because I had to force my coast to fuck with it,
right?
But that's the biggest victory.
But let me stop you there though. But even though that LA was known for gangster shit, but you still had the alcoholics. You still had the Far Side. You still had people like that. They was from LA, but they wasn't doing gang banging shit, but it still coexisted. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can still do dope shit and coexist without, you know, doing whatever everybody else is doing. That's all. Right. That's just my take on it or whatever. So I like to pick people's brain and get their thoughts on it. Because I tell artists this all the time. You can either fit in or stand out. If I got 100 niggas sending me records talking about this, and the 99th one say this, who am I going to remember?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll just leave it at that or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was niggas had a lot to say when I first started doing my thing, and it wasn't just the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was a hard thing to battle, because these is your allies, you know what I'm saying, the same area you come from. But I was just one of them that, like, I just felt what I was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my thing was just like, I'ma just stick to the script because I saw a vision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sticking to it was a hard thing, you know, because sometimes you'll go around where niggas ain't embracing you the same way they're embracing the homie around the corner and shit like that. But, you know, when you stay authentic and true,
right,
when it hit them niggas really, and that victory happened,
right,
it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you in your own lane, your own bag. You don't owe homage to nobody to say I sounded like that to get in.
Right.
Nothing like that. So,
Right.
You know, that's why I'm feeling positive about what I'm doing.
Right. I like that, yo. That was dope. So listen, man, before we get out of here, man, people want to follow you, get in contact with you if they choose to do so. How can they do that?
Man, every platform is Marc Handsome. Holla at me on Marc Handsome. Only thing different is IG is being Marc Handsome. Everything is that. You know,
All right.
I keep it parallel, you know.
Right.
I'm on my business shit, so, you know, it's all the same.
All right. So before we get out of here, anything else you want to speak on and chop it up about that we didn't touch on?
I mean, man, I just want to, first of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Shouts
coming
out
through.
to my man, Danks.
Yeah,
and
shout out
Vamp,
to Thanks. He never remembers me.
Yeah, and really Vamp Life Records, man, they felt me, gave me the opportunity, man. Shouts out to Jim, really, you know. And
Capo.
Pone. Yeah, man. I just gotta pay homage where it's due, man.
All right. All right.
I respect what they doing.
And before you go, hypothetical question. If I give you one record, right, and I say, yo, you could put any artist on this record. Now, the thing is, because it's hypothetical, they could be dead or alive, any genre of music, any era. Don't have to be hip-hop. It could be country. It could be reggaeton, whatever, calypso, whatever. Who would you do a song with? Any artist, dead or alive, any era, any genre. Who you doing that record?
Do a record
Who you
with
doing
right
that
now?
record with?
I'm gonna do a record with Usher, man.
Usher. Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Why Usher?
Huh?
You want to get on the roller skate? You saw him on the roller skates in
Man,
Vegas,
I'm gonna
right?
do it with Usher,
I
man.
think it's nice.
Cause I want to go worldwide with it. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
definitely-
If you look, when you think about Usher, right?
Mm.
That Confessions album. Bro had that album got awards for about 4 or 5 years. He had like 8 singles on one record. So
Right.
so when I think about my project, like I'm working on, my goal is like I want everyone to be a single. Nigga, which one you want?
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And Usher showed that,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Guy got good taste in music, man. You all right, man? You all right with me, man? All right? Word. All right, man. Thank you for coming through, man. Once again, I go by the name of DJ Thoro. Let them know the name.
Marc Handsome, man, we in here.
We in here, like always. Check this out. When you see us, one knee us. That means pay respects. Yeah.
10 men, 20 men, 30 men, I'm on something.